Hey, I'm right back at you with another video. Welcome to Mahogany Sweets. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And by the way, this channel is not monetized. So if you would like to support the content on this channel, you can do so by not only watching and subscribing, but also by donating to my Cash App, which is Cia Niece. Yeah, Cia Niece. Capital CIA, capital NISE, but all one word at Cash App. Thank you. So I want to come and talk to you guys about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. Yo, did y'all peep how he exposed a whole lot through his political speech he was giving at his rally, as well as through the tweets that he had made? Kanye West told us that North was a trap baby. Did y'all pick that up? She was a trap baby. Kim Kardashian trapped him. So this led me to believe that when they first got together, Kanye, yes, was interested in her, but it was for a look, it was for a season, it was something fun to do. He did not plan on parking his car there and closing the garage. That was not his intent. And the reason why I say that is because Kanye had came, and I'm sure all of you have heard and seen it by now, stating that he had wanted to abort or had suggested abortion when Kim Kardashian told him that she was pregnant with Northwest. And that you know, he was unsupportive of doing that, of abortion, but Kim had decided to keep the child, and North wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. So that led me to go back and think like, oh right, guess what, North came before their marriage. So I believe that Kim and North is actually the only one that them two had naturally, as far as just having sex, having fun, chemistry being there, and getting pregnant. You know, the other ones were through in vitro and surrogacy. So I'm like, okay, that sounds like right. It was a look, publicity, him have her on his arm. You know, she's on the come up and everything like that. We're going to mess around, be together, and in just, you know, a sexual, fun, flirty type of way. But Kim ended up trapping him with that baby. And he turned around and said, okay, well, this situation I can't leave her a single mother because of where his status and his career was at that time and how that family runs. So I think Kanye had calculated like, okay, she's having this baby. I'm going to go ahead and make this work. I'm going to build up her reputation, because I don't know if y'all know this or not, Kim Kardashian and her family were famous, right, and were known and were making money, but they were not in certain rooms, in certain door settings, getting certain deals until Kanye solidified and validated that family in Kim Kardashian. So I think that he said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and build her and her brand up, make an honest woman out of her, and which will be a good look for benefit both of us, actually. Him being a family man, and Kim now being a wife and a mother, him trying to create this power couple dynamic between them two. So then he turned around, went on ahead and married her. And I think what more confirms this as well is the fact that we all knew where Kanye's mind was at and things that he was stating previously, which was gold digger. You know what I'm saying? He was, when he made that song, I believe he's talking about gold digger. Then remember he was talking about she had one of your kids, got you for 18 years. And he was talking about Kim Kardashian in that song. And I was even looking at the fact that even later, remember, he had made the bars where he was like, what did this young man say? Oh, and the prettiest people do the ugliest things on his word to wealth, and what he say, riches or diamond rings or something like that. But anyway, he was talking about her in that song as well. And if you go through and listen to Kanye's music, especially that Yay album that a lot of y'all be hating on, and I don't see why, because I love that album, but he was exposing and revealing a lot of not just him and his relationship with her, but also his relationship with Drake and a couple of other people. But anyway, so he revealed that in those text messages, not text messages, in those tweets, he revealed that Northwest was the trap baby, that Kim Kardashian had trapped him. That's number one. And then number two, the other thing that revealed, and then look how the media worked and how Kris Jenner worked. Kanye had put in that tweet and said, I've been trying to divorce her for years. And now they have been able to distract and flip the script. To have everybody out there saying, like, yeah, Kim wants to leave him. Is rumor Kim's tired and fed up with him. I'm like, how did this narrative just switch to that when he's the one who told us he specifically has asked for a divorce, wanted a divorce, and been trying to do it for years, and he's tired and fed up with her. He even came at her mom. That's how you know he's done. He even came at Kris Jenner, because they are a duo. Kim Kardashian is Kanye's handler, and Kris Jenner is Kim's handler. So essentially, that makes Kris Jenner Kanye's handler as well. And then this is what I want y'all to also pay attention to, right? So they flipped that narrative, because when Kanye stated that he said it publicly that he wanted a divorce from this girl, and how he felt about Kris Jenner and about them tricking them kids, because watch my video where I stated that Kris Jenner is a pimp, and she was first the hoe that birthed her own hoes, which made her a pimp, and she's a legendary pimp. Go check that video out. But anyway, so he had even mentioned that, like, y'all ain't about to prostitute my kids out and stuff like that. So he exposed a lot, and that embarrassed them. And that's why Kim hurried up and was like, let me try and get to Wyoming to fix this. And then they flipped the narrative, because they know, like, okay, the line in the sand has been drawn. We do not have control over him anymore, and we don't want it looking like he left Kim and he's tired and fed up with Kim. We are the problem. We have to flip this to make it look like Kanye's the problem. So that's why I also want to take y'all back to all this other stuff, right, that y'all may not have been paying attention to. Kanye showed us that he was trying to get away from Kim through a few ways and reasons. If y'all, first off, what y'all hearing is a fan in the air conditioner, and then I have a cat running around here getting into stuff for her bad. But so anyway, when Kanye had said that he wanted to move to Chicago, he chose Chicago because, number one, that was home to him, that's familiarity to him, and he wanted to go back to that place of comfort, right? But also because he knew Kim Kardashian was not going to follow him there. And then I also want y'all to pay attention to this and how they try to play. Anytime you hear any story come out about the Kardashians and their affiliated men, and it says sources, those close to, that is Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian theirself. Those are always the sources. It's them. When you see paparazzi, wonder how paparazzi find them, especially like when they was in Wyoming. Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner called paparazzi on themselves and on their families. And Kim Kardashian had the paparazzi fly in her private jet to Wyoming to catch her crying in the car, cursing him out, and then she left and got up out of there. But anyway, so Kanye, she stated that she had never heard it. When everybody was like, oh, your husband, she was doing interviews, and they like, oh, your husband moving to Chicago, how you feel about it? She like, I never heard of it. My first time ever hearing it was when y'all mentioned it. Which is not true. That Kim Kardashian is a liar, and she actually, her and her mother feed into the plot to try and make Kanye West seem delusional, to try and make Kanye seem more mentally ill than what he actually is. Because on the actual show, there was an episode where they were sitting there talking, and they were talking about the idea of moving to Chicago, and he was like, I've been told you that. He was like, I told you I want to move to Chicago. And then that's when she admitted, she's like, well, I thought that you were just playing, though. I didn't take it serious. We didn't go that deep into it. And then he told her, he said, no, nothing I say in my plan about. I was serious when I told you and had these talks with you about moving to Chicago. So that showed me then how manipulative and how they try to play him and themselves in the media. And then the other thing that I paid attention to that connects that is, I believe Chicago, right, we all know it's somewhat dangerous. I also believe Kanye had finally realized and thought about it, like, Chicago might not be the best place to move back due to his stardom and due to how compacted it is. And I believe along with that, and Kim Kardashian probably saying, because they had rumored, it was in the media, that she was saying the kids ain't moving with you there, and that he was asking for to take the boys and he would let her keep the girls. Because, you know, anyway, so I believe Kim probably held that over his head, like, no, I'm not moving out there, and if you do, the kids will not move out there either, or be going out there, because it's dangerous. Which made him say, okay, you know what, how can I fix that? Let me choose someplace else that fits both of these needs, so where she can't hold over my head danger, Wyoming, and where I can get the peace, tranquility, and get away from her, another place she won't come, Wyoming. So I believe that's the other reason why he moved to Wyoming. And pay attention that Kanye West reveals more stuff when he and how he thinks and how he feels when he has been away from her and been able to be away from her for a long period of time, because she is his handler. And it's like when he can get distance between them two and get away from her, he can think clearer and he can be more in control without her knowing exactly what he's doing and manipulating situations and doing all that. So Kanye has been already trying to distance himself from Kim Kardashian and her family, which is why he had went to Chicago, which is why he done bought that house in Wyoming, going to places where he knows she would not be willing to move, why he decided to do Sunday service in Wyoming and gonna need to do that every Sunday, because now that gives him a valid reason and excuse of why we are separate or apart from each other, because you don't want to come where I'm going and I'm gonna say I need to come here either for work or for whatever reason, right? He was going to try and use rebuilding up his mom's legacy and a few other things in Chicago, but it wasn't working out, so that's why he went to Wyoming, Sunday service, a ranch. Yeah, Kim, I know you a hated here, bye bitch. That's what that was. Now when they had first started with the Kanye is mental ill train, right? I was already then looking at Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian as being behind it. And I think that the reason why Kanye rolled with it is because he's right on the dangerous lane. I believe he said, okay, I know that y'all are pitting this label and trying to make me look this way, but I'm going to try and work and use it to my own advantage. So in the business, Kanye, what we have seen over the last few years is him trying to play and hop on both sides of the fence. He hates and despises the industry, its wicked ways. He wants to be separate from it. Nope, he don't want to be separate from it. He wants to be in it, but play by his own rules. And he does not want to get rid of or lose the riches that he has obtained and things like that. So to me, him trying to call himself taking advantage of this mental illness game is not the smartest move, because the bad things that can come from that, what his wife and his mother-in-law have put out behind him concerning that, is they could turn around and take conservatorship over all of his money, over all his assets, over all his businesses, and now he has no power and can't even reap the benefits of all of his work, creativity and all of that. They could also end up sniping him, sacrificing him, getting rid of him, and blame it on mental illness now due to the fact that he is going ahead and playing into the hand of supposedly being mentally ill. So I do not think that it is wise the way that he's playing the game. I understand his concept of saying, okay, if y'all want to use this to try and take advantage of me, I'm going to use this for my own advantage. But I just still think that mental health was the wrong one to do. He should have shut that down immediately. If he had the first situation to where he had went too far, crossed too many lines with the higher ups, right, the unseen powers, and yeah, it worked to his advantage to go ahead and say, yeah, we're going to fall that under mental illness, because now that have saved my ass and I've gotten away with this truth that I told. But he should have left it at a one-time breakdown of mental illness instead of writing as if, yeah, for the rest of my life I got mental illness, because now that makes people believe that if you drop dead, yeah, he killed himself, he was struggling with mental illness. Or yeah, he don't need control of his money and finances and stuff like that, because he's not thinking rationally. And that's what I was looking at when it was all these people running saying, okay, where's Kim at? These people have control. He should be seeing someone. He should be mandatorily on medication stuff. I'm like, ooh, this is a very, very tricky, bad line. And the reason why is because the minute that you have the masses screaming and yelling at government, at doctors, at wives or husbands, spouses, to be able to say you should be able to take control, force them into medication, force them into therapy, force them into a psych ward and stuff like that, you should be able to, that's a dangerous line. That removes power from a person, and it just furthers into this idea of government and outside forces being able to take control over our lives and have our power, and we are begging and telling them to do it. I do not believe that Kanye should be forced by anyone. not government or law or well, government law kind of same, or his wife or anyone to have to receive psychiatric medication or be inside a place for psychiatric care against their will, flat out. And that's a dangerous line. And so I noticed how that was being played against him, which works in Kim and Kris Jenner's benefit, to say, you know what, right, dude, you don't want to play ball anymore, you want to fall out of line, you want to get away from me, cool, I'm going to be able to keep the kids from you, take control of everything that you own, and if I want to get your ass out of here at any point, I can, and we can blame it on your mental illness or suicide. And now I'm benefiting from I got all your assets, all your life insurance policy, she will have everything. So I'm like, to me, that's dangerous. She shouldn't be playing a game. But let's go to when this started. When they was first start coming, trying to paint Kanye West in the media as a madman because he was speaking truth, he is a little bit mad, but he was speaking truth, which is why they wanted to spin that narrative. And like I said, that kind of did benefit him due to the fact that it kept him from being sacrificed and killed as punishment by the higher ups. Because if y'all ain't figured the game out now, then you probably never will. Epstein did not commit suicide. They killed his ass because he told too much, got caught, and was going to expose and tell too much more. Kanye had told and exposed too much, and they, him being able to fall under the guise of being crazy, the elites liked that, because now we can nullify anything that this man say. We can just, everyone will disregard the truth that he exposes as he's just crazy, and we can say it's just craziness, and when we're ready to get rid of him, we can, and we can blame it on him being crazy. So everyone's saying, okay, he's a madman and all this. And Kim, I was looking at her closely because some people were saying like, oh, she should divorce him. Well, she divorced him. But at that time, it wouldn't have been good, because the majority of the public would have looked at it like, Kim, you dirty. Why the minute that your husband going through some problems and he had lost this money, because you got to also pay attention to that. Kanye had lost some money at that time as well. And I was looking at that closely, and Kim actually had me fooled for a minute, right? Because I'm thinking like, okay, it's not Kim behind this. This Kris Jenner behind this, trying to amp up and pit this play in for Kim to leave him. So I was thinking like, I think that Kris probably was telling Kim like, no, I want you to leave him. I'm creating you an escape route right now. He broke now, and he's having these issues. Like, no, this is your chance. You can ditch him. And I was thinking like, Kim was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sticking by my man. This is what I later paid attention to and found out as I continued to decipher between what each of them say, as well as his music and things that's going on, is Kim had gave it a deadline. It was Kim and her mama together. They gave it a deadline. She said, I'm going to get this dude this much amount of time, because especially if I leave him now, I'm going to look like the villain, the bad guy. That's why Kris Jenner was working so hard to create this image of Kanye to where any reasonable human being would be like, yes, Kim, get the heck away from him, which we are at now. But it's also clear though, she ain't the one who wanted to leave him then. He had been wanting to leave her prior to that. And because Kanye said in one of his songs, he was like, if it ain't all about the income, then let me see you spend some. If you go listen to the Yee album, he was taking a lot of shots at her. He said that he had told her with some stuff that went down, like, hey, if you want to leave me, you can leave me now, this and other, but she would not leave, and things of that. So when I was listening to that stuff, it had me thinking like, no, okay, so Kim is a gold digger, is greedy, is self-centered, her first, but she does actually care about this man and truly want the best for him, because it had been said that she's actually one who forked up the $51 million that he was in debt for. So I think that Kim mindset now was, I'm going to play my part so it looks like, yeah, I'm the great wife, not just to the public but even to him, and I'm going to give him this amount of time to be able to get out of debt, put us back at the top, and get us back where we need to be, right? Get money, streams of money coming back in and everything like that, which he has done that part, right? So I believe that her mindset was, I'm going to give him a certain amount of time to be able to get us up out this hole, and if he does, then all is well. Because also what that Bart told me about them in their relationship is Kanye, from the beginning of their relationship, has always let her keep her own money to do with it what she will. He is the one who had been spending all of the money concerning their family unit. She could spend her money on whatever she wanted for herself, but he was the one actually taking care of them and providing and paying bills. Because that's why he said, okay, I'm in debt now, I'm broke now, but if it ain't all about my income, then let me see you spend some. That tells us Kim wasn't spending money before then were related to her family with Kanye. He was the one fitting that bill. So I believe she looked at it like, okay, if I don't want to seem too grimy, shiesty, a user or whatever, then I'm going to have to go ahead and fork up some money and let me put together me a safety net plan just in case this falls through, this doesn't go right. But anyway, what else? There's some other points I wanted to bring out. I don't remember. I just had a mind blank. But anyway, my phone is about to be going dead soon, so I guess I'm going to have to stop the video here. That just sums it up. Oh, right. So she was giving him time to get his stuff together. He's got it together now, but she had already put her in a safety net. His mental illness, life insurance policy, claim and hold of certain stuff that he owned. He put her name on. I believe it was his Adidas deal, his Yeezy shoe brand. Kim is part owner in that now. I believe North, he gave something over to North, which means Kim has it now. So that was her plan. What actually happened is she really didn't give her husband $51 million. Like, here, I'm going to spend some of my money now. She did an investment, a trade over here. I'm going to buy then half the stake in your Yeezy line. That's what this $51 million to do. Business, okay? But anyway, the whole point of this video was Kanye is the one who wanted a divorce and has been working hard to get away from Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner and that entire family. He has been exposing them more so lately than before, which now has Kim and Kris Jenner pissed the hell off. They have flipped the narrative to make it seem like Kim is the one who's the victim and is the one who needs and wants to leave Kanye, and he's this threat and bring down, when no, the truth it is the opposite. Kanye never even intended on marrying or having children with this woman from the get-go. It just happened that he wanted to step up and do the right thing since she had trapped him. He has seen through her now, as well as that family. They are high priest witches. He's waking up and he's been trying to get himself out of the sunken place, but he does not want to get rid of the riches. I think he's done with the satanic, demonic lifestyle. Has repented, gave himself to Christ, but he does not want to have to get rid of the riches at the same time. But in this divorce, which I believe he can make money, and I believe he's smart enough that he has put himself some fail-safe plans in play, as well, as far as knowing that, yeah, I'm going to have to bulk up a certain amount of money to this woman and give her certain things, but I still have this, that here, and a tuck on the other end that won't leave me destitute. But that's if he makes it out alive, and that's why I want him to be careful, because they will sacrifice his ass as hell. You see what they did? They sacrificed their own father, the one who died from cancer, Kris Jenner's first husband. They sacrificed him. Then they sacrificed her second husband. That all sacrifices and rituals are not blood sacrifice rituals. Her first husband, they sacrificed through a blood sacrifice ritual. The second one, he was still a sacrifice. It was just to an agenda, which was the transgender movement, and that's how he was sacrificed. But Rob, what's that other little boy name? The white dude who loves the what is his name? Anyway, Courtney's husband, baby father. Like, look at how and what they do to men and how they run through them. These women are sirens. They are prostitutes. Men are just a stepping stone to them. Black men are a fuel to them being ingratiated in fame and getting riches and being a look that they admire and want and appropriate. So Kanye, I wish him the best, but to me, he need to quit playing with this mental illness thing, trying to use it in his favor and jump back and forth on the fence, because it won't end well. But anyway, make sure that y'all actually be looking at and paying attention to what Kanye says. And you got to pick what they're doing, their movements, when their movements are taking place, what their music is saying, or what their latest movie. You have to pay attention to all the different moving parts, and then put them all, bring them all together to see what the clear picture of what's really going on. And give me y'all assessments of what y'all think is going on in that situation and how you feel about it or whatever. Thank you.